What up, guys? Going back to Cali today. Just dropped off Taika at school, and it makes me happy that he gets less and less sad every time I leave. Because the first time I dropped him off, I forgot if we recorded or not, but man, he was so sad. Like, he just saw my bags and goes, "Papa, where are you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to California." And he goes, he was like, "Don't go, don't go." And I was like, "Papa has to go to work." He goes, "Don't go, Papa, don't go to work." And I was like, oh. It hit me in the heart, you know. I'm like, oh my God, this is what it feels like, you know, when all those dads always talk about leaving for work, or even worse, when they get deployed and they're gone for a long time. And I'm like, dude, I'll be back in like 3 days. And he goes, 3 days? And I'm like, oh. But now, this morning, he was like, "Papa, where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to California." And then he's like, "When are you going to come back?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, you're going to go see Grandma in a few days." He goes, "Oh, a few days?" I'm like, "Yep." And he goes, "Oh, so I won't see you for 3 days?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably like 3 days." And he was sad for barely a little bit, like, "Okay, I'll see you on Friday." I'm like, oh, that's cutie. So on Friday, right after school, Mom was gonna take Taika straight to California. And I'm excited because if you guys saw the last couple days vlogs, we made a seafood boil. And by we, I mean John and Malia. And we had a bunch left over. So I'm bringing this over to Gio's brother because he loves seafood. So I'm putting like all the shrimp, potatoes, crab, some rice. I have a little ice pack so it keeps it nice and fresh because I'll be driving. And the cool thing is, Joe, who's been staying with me this entire weekend, will be driving with me as well. And that's super convenient because I'm gonna be dropping off my truck. So right now I'm in the garage trying to find the other ice pack, which I believe I have. Yes, right there. That's my leftover birthday cake. Probably should throw that out. It's like 2 months old. That's disgusting. But yeah, I wanted to get another ice pack just to make sure that it stays nice and fresh, especially since it's seafood. You know how like seafood can go bad real quick. So I got another ice pack, and I think just to keep it extra safe, I might even just duct tape the styrofoam because there's gonna be a lot of movement. Joe's gonna come with me to the truck shop, which I'll show you some of the stuff I'm about to get done. My truck's gonna be freaking sick. And then I think at that point, I'm like 95% done with it, which means the only other stuff that I'll do is very, very minor. And yeah, so he's gonna drop me off there. And then when I drop my truck off, then I have to ride with Joe. So I'm trying to minimalize the packages that I have, but I still have quite a bit. I got this, which is the food. I have my luggage, and I brought way more this time because I'm gonna be here or be in LA for a week. And not only for a week, I'm also gonna be shooting some barbell content, so they need me to like bring some of the other clothes to model because we're dropping 2 more tees. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out the launches we had this year, we had a bunch of sick launches. We had this windbreaker I'm wearing. It's from the Ascend collection. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I got this windbreaker from the Ascend collection. We just dropped those flannel jackets, stretch denim made for people with bigger hips, bigger butt, bigger legs. So go to barbellbrigade.com, and we're dropping a few more casual based tees called the Legacy tees, and I'll be shooting for that this weekend. All right, guys, I don't know if I showed you guys the update on the truck yet, but 2 weeks ago I brought it into the shop and I got my front bumper color matched. It looks super nice. I put the rings on finally, so it looks super clean, and it has that whole Stormtrooper look. And then on this side, remember I had that big dent because I hit the telephone pole? I got all that fixed. And then yesterday, boom! Joe hit my car. What happened, dude?
I was backing it up and it scraped the grill on my car.
Oh my God. I didn't even have my car for 2 weeks.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm just not used to how freaking big it is. And it was dark and we weren't, I don't know. I just, yeah, I wasn't thinking.
You're not true homies unless you crash each other's car.
And I also stole Jill's sweater, so I'm wearing her sweater.
You're wearing her sweater? What the fuck? I swear to God, the last couple of years leading up to this year has felt like it's the end of the world. Like, first of all, we had a giant pandemic, right? And then you guys remember in Austin, Texas, there was snowpocalypse where, like, I think it was in the middle of the summer where pipes froze and they couldn't get the trucks to the supermarkets, or they're running out of groceries, their infrastructure couldn't handle it. And then just this few weeks ago, we had the Super Bowl, and we had a heat wave in the middle of February, and it was the hottest recorded Super Bowl ever. It was 90 something in LA in February. And now I'm driving to LA, and look at this. What the heck is going on? This is the craziest fog I've ever seen. It's insane, and it's 47 degrees outside at 11 o'clock. Damn, it's raining hard. I turned the 4-wheel drive on just in case, because I already saw a couple of accidents on the side of the road, but it is nuts. Should probably get a little bit further away from this car. It's raining hardcore. If it wasn't like noon, which to me it's crazy because noon usually means it's really bright, I bet it'd actually probably be snowing. It's probably going to be snowing tonight here, which is good news if I were snowboarding, but I'm sure you're just getting news. But maybe in a week or two I might hit the slopes. Just got to LTW, the shop that I go to Riverside right here, and I'm definitely going to check out that truck in a little bit. But just to update you guys what I'm going to get on my truck, I'm going to get some pillar lights. So those are the lights that go right here, one right here, one right there. I'm going to get the yellow ones, so when I go through either the fog like we just saw earlier, or if I'm running through the desert and there's a lot of dust, I'll be able to see past that. I'm gonna do a bumper chop, so they're gonna cut the bumper halfway right here and then put a skid plate, so that we have a little bit more clearance. So when the clearance is or approach angle, so when you're like approaching like big dips and stuff like this, where there's like a crazy angle, this bumper will actually scrape. So you don't want that, obviously, when you're going off-roading. So I'm gonna cut that off, and I'll give it like a more tucked in look, so it'll look like the tires are even bigger, which is really cool. And then on my skid plate front bumper, I'm gonna put like a whole row of lights there, and that's gonna look freaking sick. And when I'm driving like midnight back and forth from LA to Vegas or Vegas to LA, you know, when it's just pitch black, that way I'll be able to see the road completely and nicely. And one thing you won't be able to see that's not for show but hella function, you see that thing right there? That's called a leaf spring. So the back suspension, or the articulation of the wheel, is determined by the shock, which I have the Fox shock. I'm gonna have that rotated, and then also the leaf spring. The leaf spring that I have on our stock, so they are a little bit stiffer, and the reason why they're stiff is when you're loading the truck bed, like if you're putting heavy weight back there, the stiffer it is, the more it keeps prevents the truck from sagging. So I'm gonna put it into an off-road leaf spring, which will be a little bit softer, but if I do load the truck with something heavy, it'll sag more, which is fine. It's rare that I put something that's over 500 pounds back there. It's usually just gear and stuff. But I'm gonna go check out that sick ass truck now. Oh man, this thing is sick. Dang, those are some nice pillar lights. I wonder if I'm getting the exact same ones, but these are really cool. It bolts in, it doesn't have to go into the sheet metal. This guy got fiberglass fenders on the outside to put these big old tires on. I think these are 37s, and then mine are 35s. I wish I could rock some 37s, but I do commute a lot, as you guys know, so that would destroy my gas mileage. So I gotta be a good boy and stick with the 35s. Oh, we got the same setup in here though. He has the Missoula upper control arms, the Fox shocks. I'm sure they have the long travel system, but I can't tell it. Oh yeah, they do. Long travel, you can see their lower control arm right there, and that helps like the wheel like tuck up and down, and you can hit jumps and stuff. This thing is dope. Looks sick. Wow, it's beautiful. All right, time for a little rest stop. I love restaurants like this. Joe found this restaurant called
Country Kitchen.
Country Folks.
Country Folks.
And I love like old home style restaurants like this, even though they're playing NSYNC, which is really funny. But like, look at the decor. It's old school feeling, feels homey. And we came in because of the French toast. But then when we asked him, what should we get? He goes, oh, easy. Everyone gets the chicken.
Too disappointed in the food.
No?
Really?
Oh, what do you get? Do you get the chicken too, or do you get French toast? The chicken? Oh, okay.
I'm getting the chicken.
Waffles?
Chicken waffle? Okay. I'm gonna get chicken and waffles.
That's what I'm gonna get too. See, everyone, thank you. Everyone keeps saying that, and even the server was like, people come from far to get it. So I'm glad we stumbled upon here. I'm gonna have to get.
You can get it too.
I think I'm gonna have to get like 4
I'll get
pieces.
one, then we can split.
What?
French toast combo.
What are you gonna get?
They must think I'm a child putting this cherry on there, and that's because I am. Every time I'm in one of these diner places and I see their milkshake, I have to get one. Oh damn! You can't even suck it through a straw. I need like
You need like a boba straw or something.
You just pick a straw, like a thicker straw.
Shakes are pretty thick.
It's really good though.
Do like a thicker straw, do you? But thicker stick.
Yeah,
Nothing
nice.
too skinny.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be a
nice
long
A nice
straw.
chunk, not long. No, just thick.
Yeah,
Just a
thick.
girth.
Yeah, I like girthy straws. Yeah, flows better. So they brought the chicken out first. No waffles, but man, this chicken looks good. It looks crispy. Oh man, now I want a wing. Wow, those look hooked up. Wow, what happened? This looks so good. Okay, I gotta take a bite.
Did you get a 4-piece?
Yeah. Oh, it's really hot, but I can't wait. I think I'll get a wing too. That's a crispy chicken. And the batter's light too. The waffle just came in. I gotta smear the butter nice and evenly. That's how I like to do things in these parts of town. Like that. Put it on like ice creams. And then cut a little corner action. Ooh, look, it's melting. That means it's hot. Get a little bit of this. A little bit of this action. Then dip it a little bit of this action. And then Joe got it right too. Got some hot sauce on the chicken.
Fried chicken, baby.
Joe just dropped me off at Jill's mom's house. She's nice enough to let me borrow her car, which is super cool because now that I'm in LA, I still have a couple of errands I have to do. Like one, come to the JK office. Bam. Hello, anybody home? Okay, cool. And I'm gonna get some work done a little bit, and then I have to get a haircut. I was trying to get a haircut this week back at home. Usually I try to leave with a hair already cut, but since we're shooting on a slightly different day this week, my barber in Vegas closes on Sundays and Mondays, which is, I think, pretty like normal because you feel like everyone tries to get a haircut on Thursday and Friday to look good for the weekend, you know. So I think they want to capitalize like on the weekends, and then so the slow day is probably Sunday and Monday, so they're closed. But it just so happens that I need a haircut at the beginning of the week, which is abnormal in my opinion. So I had to come out here, and then I'm gonna go see my good buddy Ben at Vin's in Alhambra. So that's cool. I get to go and talk to old friends, get a haircut. And the reason why I like to get a haircut usually before I leave somewhere is anything could happen, and then you end up showing up there with messy hair and not presentable, you know. So I try to like get things squared away before I leave. So if anything hits the fan, like I'm still ready to rock and roll. But yeah, I got about an hour before it's my haircut time, so I'm gonna bang out some work since I spend most of the day on the road, which kind of makes me lose out on half a work day. I'm gonna bang that out and then go get my haircut. And it's awfully quiet in here when no one else is in here. Here we are at the world famous Vin's in Alhambra. Hey, what's up, Ben?
Hey,
How you
man.
been, dude?
Welcome.
I don't haven't seen you in like
I know, man. How
I don't know,
you
like
doing,
almost
dude?
like how many, like 3 months?
I know,
4 months?
man. We were talking about you all the
Oh
time.
really?
Man. Yeah. Where have you
You
been?
guys are very patriotic today, huh?
All right, yeah.
With the mask? No, you're not. American flag?
One of the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been patriotic like every
Yeah.
day.
Cool, let's do it.
Alright, let's do it.
And like always, Ben always kills it on the haircut. Look at that. Bam. Oh, they got a good angle. Got a nice little fade going on, make me feel fresh. Feel good for JK News. And then also I feel fresh for the workout tomorrow. So if you guys are ever in Alhambra or the East LA area, check out Ben at Vince. I came all the way back from Vegas just to get a haircut. Now it's time. Huh?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
You've been cutting my hair for how long? 10 years?
More than that, like 15.
Oh damn!
Yeah, you came when like you were like
Not
right after
even-
high school or something.
Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, just came back home after I brought some food over to have with Gio's family. And what's super cuny is, and ironic actually, is by us moving, and particularly me, since I come back to LA so often, I've actually been able to see my dad and Gio's family way more. Because you know, when we lived in LA, everyone was just 30 minutes away, so it's not too far, not too close, but then you end up, you know, kind of just taking each other for granted, so we don't see them as much, they don't see us, and we're just kind of like just an arm's distance away, you know. But then now that we're so much further by moving out of state, whenever I come back in, we make it a point to hang out, kick it. And so now I see my dad every 2 weeks. I see Gio's brother every 2 weeks. We have dinner every 2 weeks. And I actually have built a much better bond with them by living out of state, which is super ironic. But now this cutie bed was made by Gio's mama. I'm gonna get ready because tomorrow gotta wake up early, 5, 6, go train, and then go shoot JK News with the boys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.